So I would quickly introduce all our panelist members first. Mana H Naseem ma'am has been the editor of the first English weekly in Maldives. She worked briefly in the government in 1970s as the deputy director of the tourist board. She's a remarkable activist and a very, very strong, independent woman. Mana H Naseem ma'am has been actively involved with the fight for democracy. Next up, we have Dr. Divya Tanwar ma'am. Ma'am has been a renowned academician and author of a series of books and research papers. She's a cybersecurity expert, active columnist, TV panelist, motivational speaker, and an animal lover. She served as the director of Sanskrit University, having over a decade long experience of teaching. Now, ma'am Kavita Ashok moved from the field of glamour to doing groundwork in environment and public health activism. Her journey has been very long and trying. She is the founder and the president of NGO Tree for Life, registered with the Indian government since 2008. Her multiple projects have spread to many states in India and they have a reputation of pure sincerity. First of all, I would like to welcome all three of you ladies, and I would also like to say sorry for making you wait so long. But thank you for gracing our invite.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So, without any delay, I would move to the questions right ahead. So, my first question is to Mana, ma'am. Ma'am, how can tourism be utilized to conserve our environmental assets, and what role can women play in it?
Thank you very much for welcoming me here. And I would also like to thank, first of all, Siddharthji, who has invited me to be on this panel on Women's International Women's Day. And I'm proud to be part of this the panel discussion today. Thank you. So traditionally, women have been the stewards of environment. Even in Maldives, it's the women who perpetuate the good habits that give you a pure and safe environment for children to grow up in. And with tourism, it has it's also, we have had a lot of women taking part in the tourist development. But with the development of tourism, women have to be more aware. I think even Maldives, that the way the islands are being developed is safe for the environment, because sometimes we have a lot of reclamation work which sometimes destroys the reefs, and which, it's the beauty of the reef and the islands that brings our visitors into our country. And we have to make sure that the tourist development takes place in an environmentally sustainable way. Because of the tourist development, it also helps with keeping the reefs protected, because the tourist resorts have their surrounding areas protected, and preventing overfishing, and also the because of and they actively do a lot of work, like growing coral growth, plus making people more aware of the health of the reef.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. My next question is to Dr. Divya Tanwar, ma'am. Ma'am, how can Indian educational curriculum can be changed to incorporate the values of environmental conservation in in the students, in all the citizens of India?
First of all, I really want to say, Anushka, thanks a lot for inviting me and the PT ma'am here for this forum. I'm really, really, very thankful to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And when it comes to culture, culture is all about our belief system, our our values, and the way we behave in a society. This is all about culture. So it is very important for a woman to take power in that kind of a cultural activities or empower, because woman is the first teacher of a child. And if I want to say, I want to quote this shlok like Mata Bhumi Pitro Aham Prithvya. The meaning of this is Mata hai. Mata hamari Prithvi, hamari Mata hai. Is not a planet. We should impart this kind of a knowledge to our generation and give this thing that, environment is very important. We should take care of our environment as a planet as a whole. Like there is a 5 tattva, basically air, water, earth, sky, and all that Agni. These are the basic values, basic element, and where is come the curriculum of a mother. Curriculum, because it's a knowledge base, and we should consider it as a syllabus also in our curriculum also, that we should give this kind of a knowledge to our children, so that they can value addition to a society. That is the main importance. So we are working on that. The new education policy is all about sustainable development of environment, in which the green is very important. The sustainable recycling of waste material is very important. So culture is very important when it comes to next generation, to teach us what is important and what is not important. Do's and don'ts are very important.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely. Thank you so much, ma'am. My next question is to Dr. Kavita Ashok, ma'am. Ma'am, how can women be innovatively involved in reducing the carbon footprint in Indian households?
Firstly, thank you very much, Transbums, and Preeti and Anushka, you for coordinating this program so beautifully. I'm very happy to be here. And so I think women are, if you say, if we speak of Mother Earth, I think every woman on this planet is Mother Earth itself. She, me and you, we are reincarnations of Mother Earth, Har nari ek prithvi ka roop hai, mother hai. So as you've just asked me, so I think that cutting down on carbon emissions, as we're just discussing, starts from home. It has to begin from home. As an environmentalist, I work outside on the ground level with a lot of women, and I understand that each home is run by the lady of the house, whether it is rural India or rural Kenya or rural Cambodia. It doesn't matter, because home is run by the woman. So I think the choice of fuel, whether she's using coal, whether she's using electric, whether she's using biogas, as a choice, what is she using to cook her food, to clean her home, what are the appliances she's using, these are tiny things. How she's segregating her garbage. We do some waste management workshops, in which basically what you've asked me, we are addressing this, that how every woman from her very little home can make a difference in cutting down of carbon footprint of the whole universe. So, how you're segregating your garbage, whether it is green, whether it is wet, whether it is plastic. And another very, very important thing that I would like to share with every woman is one of my campaigns, which says say no to plastic pollution. Because when women start substituting plastic at home, so plastic could be in the form of plastic could become coming home to you, hygiene, your policy bags, when you're all there is so much carbon footprint happening. So I think if the mother of the house takes charge, we have to teach the next generation also how to do this, how to cut up. So I think the mother's role, the woman's role is very, very, very vital.
So, ma'am, I would like to also ask you another question right from your own answer, ma'am. Have we found any stories of women doing it in ancient India? Do we have any stories of how women used to coordinate and segregate their garbage, or maybe take care of the environment in ancient India, or maybe in the Indian culture somewhere?
I think that one of such examples, we have another example from US also, where the women started working on clearing of parks, doing a lot of plantation, and these women were called the gardening angels in the US. So you see, it's not only about India that we are talking here, we are talking of the whole world where women have taken the lead. Another example, Anushka, I'd love to quote, is from Kenya, from where it was called the Green Belt Movement, where women fought against deforestation, that forests should not be cut, and there should not be more pollution. So women have been very, very strong. Actually, I think we're all warriors in our own way. We have this inherent Durga energy in us, which whenever a challenge comes, we come forward and, we just take the lead. So I think that energy is so strong that Preeti and Siddharthi, I'm sure you'll all agree with me that nobody can stop us once we've made our minds. So when it comes to environment, when it comes to running our homes, when it comes to substituting fuel, when it comes to no plastic in the household, I think we can take a call. If we are serious enough, we can surely lead the change.
Right, ma'am. Right, ma'am. I hope the other guests also agree. I think Divya ma'am will agree. What do you want to say about that, ma'am?
Yes, because woman play a very important role in a society. She's the first teacher and she's a multitasker by nature. She do everything.
Yes.
So it is a duty of a woman. It is duty to embark knowledge to our kid or generation to generation. That is the whole
Yeah.
meaning of a culture. That is the meaning of a belief. What she believes, if she is qualified enough, if her thinking process is evolved, that means that kind of energy she can give to the society or especially to the child, especially to the next generation. So that is the woman empowerment and woman knowledge, woman, the value of this teaching education is comes because for his,
Yes.
if she's educated, that means the whole family is educated.
Household,
Right.
yes.
My next question is to Mana ma'am. Ma'am, uh, how does it feel to be a woman in the tourism industry? How could we actually increase the workforce of women workforce in tourism industry, since we have not heard about a lot of women being a part of the tourism industry?
Okay, I am not really a woman in the tourism ministry in Maldives, but I must tell you that one of the first people who were involved in the development of the industry when it was first started early in the 70s was a woman. And she built even the very first resort that was built, and when the first tourists came to the resort, the two men who had actually started this tourism movement in Maldives were away for various reasons. So it was one of the sisters of one of the men, Salima, who actually ran the resort at first. And then soon after, she built and ran her own resort. She also started this camping trips to another atoll and developed two islands as places for the tourists to visit as camping places. And she was also the first person to build a boat, with a safari boat, which is a very popular thing now, the living on board safaris. So she was the first person in Maldives to actually start this work too. And this is something that, even in Maldives, people are not even aware of, because what is written always is about the men who started tourism and the men who are running it. Because, even now, there are very few women who are actually um, own or run resorts. Very, very few, just a handful of investors, even Maldivian women. But recently, we see a lot more women in the management and other posts in the islands. And so, hopefully the future is bright for the Maldivian woman in tourism. And in Maldives, I would like to add also, in Maldives, as soon as voting started, women had the vote. And as soon as women started working, we had equal pay. This is, not something you find in most countries.
Thank you so much, all the panelists. Thank you for sharing with us all your amazing
Thank you.
insights. We would have loved to hear you more, but we're little on a time constraint, and we'll have to begin our next panel, ma'am.
I want to thank Mana for the beautiful input.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you,
Ma'am,
Mana.
I really want to
Thank-
say thanks to Anushka.
Thank
Anushka
you.
is working very hard from the morning onwards. Thanks, Anushka. And take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you so much. Ma'am.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.